Yes, so we're at the drive-through window, and they're both very interested. Very interested. But yeah, they can see people back there. You know, Ozzy's garden in the back. He's got the 6 now. Ozzy, what was it? Where's he? Doche. Doche. You see that deer? Was that a deer? Okay, so we got our Starbucks. I do not give them those puppuccinos. It's basically whipped cream. I don't like my dogs to have sugar or anything like that. Plus, I don't want them to get an upset stomach, you know, when they're in the car. But they did very well. They just looked at the, at the drive-thru attendant. They just looked at her, wagging their tail, which is great. None of my dogs ever bark at the drive-thru person because I think it's because they hear me talking to that person like, hi, talking in a friendly voice. So that's the beauty of a Cane Corso. They're also very intuitive. So they know if you're in real danger or not. They usually have a really good intuition to know that if the person's a threat or not. Now, that being said, they will bark at somebody approaching the vehicle. I mean, even if that person doesn't have a bad intent, they'll still bark. And I think that's more of a warning bark to let the person know, hey, don't come in this car. This is secure, So, but yeah. When I take them through the car wash, sometimes the attendant will wash the back of that window, and they'll bark at that person because, that's a scary look to them, or not scary, but I think it's a threatening look. Almost as if it probably looks to them like someone's trying to break in. But if I tell them to stop, they'll usually pipe down and take it down a couple notches. But yeah, look at him, on guard, 24/7. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get my my coffee together here. I just had to stop so I could show you all that. And so this is just, you don't have to necessarily go out into a store or walking your dogs in public to get socialization. This is still a really good form of socialization because see how alert she is. She's taking in all the sights and sounds, and there's a lot going on out there around the car, and it's a lot of stimulation, mental stimulation. So they usually get pretty tired after that. So, but yeah, I all my dogs luckily do well in car rides. I know some dogs don't do very well. Lucia, when she was a puppy, she would get car sick. She threw up a couple times, but I'll give her Dramamine if it's a long trip. But I think for the most part, she's kind of grown out of that. And yeah, that's your security detail right there when you have a Cane Corso. And I have slept in my car on a long road trip. When I drove all the way out from Texas all the way out to California to pick up Lucia when she was a puppy, and there was one time where I couldn't get a hotel that allowed dogs anyway, and I just slept in my car, and And it was actually very comfortable. Of course, I've got these shades to block it out for privacy, the windows, but I felt completely safe because I've got these extremely protective dogs with me. I actually had a bad situation once. It was kind of a scary situation. Someone approaching the car, and it was like 3 a.m. I was trying to find a hotel parking lot just to crash out in, and there was a car that was kind of looks like it was following me, and it was 2 guys in the car, and then they approached my car and rolled down the window trying to talk to me, and the dogs were asleep in the back. But as soon as I rolled down my window, they all popped up and saw these 2 guys, and they started just barking their heads off. And those guys, they just quickly rolled up their window, and I saw the fear in their eyes, and they took off. It was classic. Yeah, but I have no fear when I'm traveling because I've got these extremely protective dogs. But yeah, so I just want to show you all that, part of socialization can be just going through a drive-through. And anyway, I want to do more of that. I gotta really work on the puppies the most. Definitely got to reinforce socialization with the adult dogs, because you're never really done socializing a Cane Corso or a Pitbull. You gotta keep up with it. It's harder for people that live out in remote areas or in the country. Like, I live out in the country, but I'm within 15-20 minutes to public places, so it's a lot easier for me to socialize them than people that are really remote. But still, it's a good idea to socialize your dogs whenever you can. Anyways, I will let y'all go, and hope y'all having a good day, and talk to y'all later.